What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Getting Technical. We're running back to back in this one, obviously, by the same apparel. And this episode, we're jumping into the NBA, and this was one. If you guys watched episode 9, this was what we finished with when the camera died. So if you guys were anticipating the all-time draft, this is what it's going to be. Maybe we'll drop this as episode 10, so it's the back-to-back off of that one, and we'll drop the football one. I don't know.
Oh, we had the football picks and stuff and power rankings. So.
Yeah, so not going to happen. You're going to have to wait another week. Fuck it. So, all right, yeah, we wanted to obviously do an all-time draft. Do you want to, and then we're going to do our over-unders for the East for the year.
Yes, I can do a randomizer.
Oh, yeah, let's do it. Well, you want to do, let's do the over-unders first, and let's finish with the draft, because the draft is probably going to be a little more tedious, and we'll do that.
All right, so over-unders in the Eastern Conference. We're going to start with the Atlantic. So Celtics at 53.5.
Under.
Over. 76ers, 50.5.
Over.
Under. Nets, 50.5 as well.
Under.
Over.
Under. Raptors, 45.5.
Slight over.
I'm going to go under because I think they win 45 games.
I'm going to go over. And then last, we have the Knicks, 39.5.
Under.
I think slight under also because I think it's like 38, 37.
I'm going to go over. I think they win 42 games. I've been saying it since they signed Brunson. 42 and 37, I think, is what it would be. So that's my pick. Celtics.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough. You know, they got guys like Brogdon, who's always injury-riddled. Gallinari, injury-riddled.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Williams is going to be out for at least 2 months until he's even back.
Fact.
I picked the over just because I think that their talent is just going to... Like, 53 wins, that's a good season, but a great season, is like 60 wins, basically? And it's like, I think they'll be in, like, that 55 to 56 range.
It's fair. Yeah, I just think, obviously, the coaching situation is going to play a role on them. And obviously, they're going to have to create some chemistry between Brogdon and Smart, and who's going to finish the game. Are they going to go big? Are they going to go small? Are they going to rock Smart and Brogdon and Brown and Tatum at the 4? And then what? Al Horford, Blake Griffin. Obviously, Williams is out. Could be Grant Williams. I think they're going to have a lot of lineup issues in the first up almost probably, I don't know, maybe a month before All-Star break. And they're going to have a lot of figuring out to do. And I think that may cost them those 10 wins. That's going to separate them from being a 60-win team and a 50-win team.
Yeah.
I agree. I think losing the coach is the biggest thing, especially with how last year ended and the animosity that was going on between Tatum and Brown, and nobody knew who was taking the shot and who was supposed to be the alpha male on that team. That's something that they have to work on, and something, honestly, that they should have known to begin with. Mm-hmm. And the fact that they don't really have a set leader at the coaching position right now, I think is going to hold them back a lot.
Yeah, I think it comes down to Jaylen Brown taking that next step.
Facts.
76ers, I know you're a believer in the bounce-back Harden season.
Yeah, no, I think the Sixers are going to be legit this year. I think they're a contender off the bat. I think just with the amount of just backlash James Harden's got, and like, oh, is he done, and this, and because he asked to get out of Houston. They sent him to Brooklyn. He didn't want to go there, and Philly was his first option. He obviously didn't spend too much time there. We didn't get to really see, but I think a whole offseason, the guy obviously was putting in work. You could see it on social media, whatever. He looks fit. He looks in the best shape he's been in a while since, I don't know, maybe prime Harden in Houston. And I think PJ Tucker brings a lot of value. I think Tobias kind of finds his role as that third, fourth option between him and Maxey. And I think Maxey takes the next step, and he starts to become like a premier young stud in this league, where I think he'll be a 14, 15, 16 a night guy, 5-6 assists. And, he's going to have those nights where he pops off for 25, 30, 35 when he hits 7-8 threes a game.
Yeah. For sure. I agree. I think this is Embiid's MVP year. I think this is where they finally give it to him. I think, especially after how, we've seen the last couple years, the same guys just keep winning it. They're in the same conversation. I think that the writers know, like, look, we need to give it to somebody else. Not because, just for argument's sake, because Joel, I think, deserves it. He's been basically the best big outside of Jokic for the last 5 seasons. I think he deserves it, and I think that they're in a perfect situation for him to have another year where he puts up 30 points and 13 rebounds.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're gonna be really good this year. Nets, and by the like, once we get to like the bad teams, we don't have to talk about them. But like,
Yeah.
these teams, I feel
Yeah,
like
no,
are
these
worth
are all, like,
contenders.
contenders.
Elaborating on.
Yeah.
Nets, I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole. Gambling on them is just way too much. Did you guys see the Ben Simmons interview with JJ Redick?
Mm-mm.
He
Yeah,
went on their
I watched a
podcast?
lot of it.
Nah,
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't see it.
It was
Yeah.
like weird. Like, it was good and it was like entertaining to watch, but it was a little weird. It feels like Ben Simmons was kind of like not taking like any accountability.
Yeah, no, he definitely
that's
wasn't.
And
not
I'm not even.
That's
I don't
not
even hate on
surprising.
Ben Simmons. I think he's gonna have a good year, and I think he's a solid basketball player. But it was a little strange.
I just think I question his competitive edge and like his dog and just like his pride, because it just doesn't seem like he has that fire and you see this with a lot of guys that end up being like these, the number one player, and they get to college and they kind of get a lot of things handed to them, and they have money when they're young, and then they come in the league, and it just seems like he's been kind of coddled a little bit. And it's showing now because he's faced some adversity and he has not handled it well whatsoever. And, I mean, he's supposed to be this elite premier defender. And, I mean, in the preseason the other day, Bam Adebayo just drove to the basket, put his shoulder through his chest, and dunked on him. And Ben Simmons stood there like he wasn't 6'10", 260. And I could only imagine what Giannis is going to do to him during the regular season. And what I thought was Ben Simmons was going to be a guy that could take some weight off of Kevin Durant's shoulders and guard Giannis for a while. And, I mean, if Bam Adebayo's doing that to you in the preseason, it's like, what do you think Giannis is going to do to you when it counts? So that's scaring me a little bit. But I just think if all three are healthy, I hope they figure it out
And
because they
Seth.
should be
I
excited.
think he's a key piece for them too.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was hurt last year. We spoke about this. I think
facts.
in one of the last.
Seth is a
episodes.
baller, bro.
He's great. And if he can find his role, Royce O'Neal solid as well. I just think that it has to really all go perfectly.
Mm.
But if it does, I mean, 50.5, they're going way over that. They're going to be a title contender, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of what ifs with them. I feel like more than any team in the league.
I could see them winning 51, 52, 53 games. I think that over-under is like spot on. I mean, and then they could
It's right
obviously, if guys don't stay healthy, they can
And they're
be
going to win 43
45.
games. Yeah, 45
you know.
games.
Yeah, no, I agree completely. I think Ben can still be that premier defender. Obviously, I don't think he's going to be able to guard guys like Bam or Giannis at the very least. But if he's just able to be out there and give you a solid 20 minutes guarding that best guy, and the rest of the time he's kind of off the ball trying to be a help defender, at least for the first half of the year, just because it's been a while since he's played, and being in the gym, doing practice reps and working out can only do you so much. Game work is 10 times different. The stamina that you need is 10 times different on top of it. I think it's going to take a while for him to get back to that peak level defender that we saw before he got hurt.
I agree.
Yeah, definitely. Knicks. I'm going over just because I think they were 37 and 42, and I've been saying the whole time, with Brunson, RJ getting better, D-Rose back, I think they just flipped that record. I think the East is really competitive, and in another year, I think they'd be probably like a 6, 7 seed. I think they're probably around a 10 seed this year, playing team. But I think they're like a team that can be you can enjoy watching them. They're going to play solid basketball. They just don't have the star power to really compete at the top.
Yeah.
But I think adding a point guard, because they really didn't. I mean, Alec Burks. I love Alec Burks, but he's not a point guard. He was running point last year. It was a mess, and they blew so many games, and they still won 37. So I think that I think it would be a good bet, at least in my opinion. But
Yeah.
I think they'll be flirting with that. I think 42 to 45 games is where I think they're going to be around.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Vegas knows what they're doing with with the spreads and,
Yeah.
and the numbers and the over-unders. But I just think, it just seems like a lot of, I mean, other than baseball, it just seems like a lot of the New York teams, I mean, at least for basketball and football, are like, in this out of rebuild, scrappy, win some games stage.
Young,
Like I think
but
they
also
could be.
not like
I think the Knicks could be like a Jets or a Giants this year of just like the style of season that they're gonna go and like the way they have to approach games and like they're gonna have to grind it out. They're gonna have to take care of the ball. They're gonna have to just do the little things if they want to be competitive. And I mean, if the Knicks do that with Brunson, RJ, Julius Randle, Mitch Robinson and Quentin Grimes and all these guys, I mean, bro, they can definitely win games. There's some fucking bad teams in the NBA where they could, but those are the games that they can't lose.
Exactly.
And that's going to be
that's
the
like with the Giants,
between,
and like the Giants they're not playing great teams outside of, I think the Packers are still good.
Yeah.
But like they're taking care of business, and that's the first step
of being a good team.
Getting out of from being a bad team to a good team. You got to beat the bad teams. That's why the Yankees always won 95 games, because they beat the bad teams.
What happened?
You all right?
Did you hear that?
That was my foot.
That's your foot?
Yeah, my foot sliding
Holy
on.
fuck, bro! I thought that sounded like it was down there. I was
That closet really scared the
I was
hell
like,
out of you
is
down there,
someone sanding down there?
Riley just stopped and was like,
Dude, that was so
bro. Scared the hell out of me.
bro, I was like, fuck, who's here?
Dude, I was like, is someone just randomly appeared sanding
Bro.
downstairs? It sounded like it was coming from downstairs. Wait, do it again. Yeah, that fucking scared the shit out of me, bro. My heart just dropped. I was like, what the
Oh
fuck?
my god! All right, back to what we were talking about.
Back to the Knicks.
So back to the Knicks. I think that I think the biggest thing for them is Julius Randle needs to be okay with taking a step back, and Jalen Brunson needs to be worth the money. Those are the two biggest things. I'm confident in RJ doing what he has to do and continuing to develop and showing us that he was worth his draft capital. Same thing with Mitch Robinson. I think he needs to come back. He needs to stay healthy. D Rose, he's going to give you what he gives you. You really can't expect too much from him.
Not to cut you off, so sorry. You said Derrick Rose. Bro, I was at American Dream Mall the other day. I saw him in
Really?
person. Yeah.
Wow, that's
Bro, so cool. I was like sitting there. Me and my girl, we got some like Cinnabon and we're just sitting there. And my back is turned. And it's at the American Dream Mall, the big one in Jersey.
Right, yeah.
And she's like, I just see her like looking. I'm like, bro, like, what the fuck is she looking at like that? And she's like, is that Derrick Rose?
Wow.
And I was like, what?
Was he wearing one of those things?
He's wearing a beanie.
Yeah, that's what he was.
He's wearing a beanie. And she's like, no, I think that's Derrick Rose. And I turned. Bro, Derrick Rose is like 10 feet behind me, fucking pushing his grandma in a wheelchair with his kids. He has like security with him. And I'm just like, everyone's just walking past him because like a lot of people don't know him now, and like
Yeah.
he's not what bro. 2010
He does look a lot
He
different.
wasn't
2010
pushing
was
his grandma. I would have said you should have asked for a picture.
I didn't want to. It just seemed like because he had mall security with him,
it was mall security.
and then he had mall security, and then he had two dudes with him in like Adidas sweatsuits. He had like a all red
Oh,
Adidas
his boys,
sweatsuit,
That's wild.
and then an all gray Adidas sweatsuit. He's wearing an all black Adidas sweatsuit, beanie, got the neck tats, dreads out,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, yo, that's fucking Derrick Rose. Like this guy's a legend.
Yeah, that's
And
tough.
he had his kids with him, and they were going into this virtual reality world thing. They blocked off the whole place for him, so they brought everyone out, and him and his family just went in there, and his grandma was on the side. She didn't go in, obviously, and it looked like she was like with like his publicist or someone like that. It was
Right.
like a lady that was with him with like an iPad, like just in case anything were to pop off, I guess. But bro, that was just so cool. I was like, yo, like Derrick Rose, like. This is like 10 feet away from me. Just being, and I wish I got, I didn't want to ask him for, I don't know. I feel weird
I
asking
always
for
feel weird
pictures.
about that too.
I'm like, yo, this guy's with his family. He's pushing his grandma. Like, he doesn't want to be bothered right now.
Definitely.
It was just cool just seeing him.
Oh yeah.
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 That's
But I just,
definitely
I wanted, like, I don't have many friends that are like big Knicks fans, but I was like, yo, like,
Yeah.
I knew I had something to tell
You
you,
don't even
guys
need to
about
be a
that.
Knicks fan like D Rose.
Oh,
Like,
I mean, just
It's
a legend.
D-Rose,
Yeah,
yeah.
but just the fact that he's on the Knicks now, it's just like
Yeah.
makes it even cooler. Because he
Definitely.
definitely lives in New Jersey.
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of them live in Jersey.
Yeah, why would you live in New York paying all these fucking
Taxes.
taxes? That's especially why Tyreek Hill decided not to come to the Jets. You guys saw that?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Dude,
I don't blame him at
Yeah.
all.
I don't blame him either. It's kind of ridiculous, but
I saw a thing. This guy on TikTok breaks down player salaries.
I saw what he did to
So,
Josh
you see
Allen.
Josh Allen.
Did you see Kyrie?
Dude, it's like 48%.
Bro, Kyrie was 53%.
Dude,
Because Kyrie lives in the city. because Kyrie's based in Brooklyn, so I guess
Right.
the upstate taxes are a little different. So yeah, he was more. They cut, bro, whatever his salary was, bro. It was 50. It was less. It was more than 50% of his money is going to taxes.
Yeah, that's insane.
Damn. So I was like, yeah. I mean, now I kind of wonder why these guys want all this fucking money, because you don't think about it. Us as fans, we look and we're like, bro, 300 million. Like, are you kidding me? It's like, yeah, but I mean, $170 of that is going to taxes.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I want as much as possible because I want to see as much as possible.
Yeah, that is a big difference. And I mean, look, still $170 million, like it's still lifetime guarantee. Like you don't have to worry about anything. Your kids don't have to worry about anything. Hopefully, if you take care of it, your grandchildren won't either. But it's just like still that 53% is a disgusting amount of money to
It's
lose.
crazy. Wild. You guys want to get into the Central?
Yeah.
So the Central, we got the Cavaliers 47.5.
Damn.
Pretty high for them.
Over.
Over.
I'm gonna go over as well.
I think 50. I think 50.
I think
is
they're
the
gonna have a
number.
really good year. They
I'm
got
gonna-
so much talent.
I'm gonna go under. I'm gonna go under 47. I think they win like right around there, 45 to 47.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
Bulls 41.5.
Under with no Lonzo.
Yeah, no Lonzo. What was it, 40 or 41 and a half?
41.5.
I would say they probably win 40
I'm gonna go under as well. Pistons 29.5.
Over.
over.
Over for me as well. Pacers 23.5.
If they end up trading everybody before the season starts, dude, they might have like.
I'm gonna go
teams.
under. I just think the really bad teams, Victor Wembanyama, Scoot Henderson, they're just gonna
Yeah.
go
Under.
all in on
Definitely.
the tank.
Yeah, I'm gonna go under.
And then we got the Bucks 52.5.
Over.
Yeah, over.
Over for me as well. Yeah, I think it's gonna be. I think Adam Silver said something the other day about the lottery, but I didn't really look into it because it really doesn't matter based on their rules. But people are comparing Victor Wembanyama to like LeBron type prospect.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Scoot
bro, the
Henderson
guy
is
looks
like a
special.
top prospect too. Like
The guy definitely. I mean, bro, the
crazy.
guy looks like a fucking my player, better than a my player. You can't
really
even make a
does.
guy like that in
Show him
2K.
stand next to Rudy.
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
Fucking made Rudy look little.
Dude, he's like 3 or 4 inches taller than Rudy.
What is it? What are they listing at? 7'5"?
I think it was 7'4".
And I mean,
think
bro, and
Rudy's
like he has a
7'1".
build. He's not like Chet, where like he's just like skin and bones.
7'2".
Like, they list him 7'2",
Oh, he's taller than 7'2".
or Rudy's just shorter than 7.
He's an
whatever.
8-foot wingspan.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
And he has more weight on him than Kevin Durant did even
No,
coming out
exactly.
of Texas.
And you can see, I saw this thing of they just show like his dynamic stretches and warm ups pre and post game. And bro, he's doing shit like in his bare feet, like doing like these bear crawls and all this stuff with like his hip mobility and to strengthen his ankles and stuff like that. It just seems like he has good people in his circle. And like, bro, this guy's like, he's just one of those guys, you know, that's just been destined for
Yeah.
this, you know,
I'm
time.
also seeing 7'3", a 9'7" standing reach.
Wow. That's
Dude,
5 inches off of a fucking rim. Going like that.
yeah, dude's just skipping
Wow.
into a dunk. That's disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited to see. So he's draft eligible next year, right?
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
what they're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be exciting.
and if
Whoever's
he's able
gonna
to
get him, I mean,
if he's able to follow that Giannis regimen where Giannis just blew up out of nowhere,
Oh, yeah.
like 4 years into the league or whatever it was,
What is his nationality?
he's French, isn't
yeah,
he?
he's French.
Yeah, he's French. That's why he was with Rudy. That's
Oh,
why
right,
Rudy
right,
went to
right,
that
right.
practice.
Yeah,
That's tough. The French national team's going to be crazy.
Dude, that's
No,
nuts.
wait, did you see Joel Embiid is on the French national
Yeah,
team?
because he's
I thought he was the Republic of Congo.
Yeah, but I think
yeah, but he's
Is that like
playing
French
right.
nationality?
French. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
That's
for some
disgusting.
reason he had the choice. I think.
That's weird.
Which is
Isn't that the
crazy.
same reason? Who else had the choice? Oh, doesn't Kyrie have the choice
Australia.
of like Australia?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he was born there technically, because his dad was playing professionally over there when he was born. So I
Right,
think he
yeah.
has citizenship over there.
Um,
So it's pretty
But
cool.
you know what's crazy though, with the Victor Wembanyama thing is like, the team that like, basically like whoever gets him, obviously first pick is gonna have best prospect possible, like possibly ever. But the crazy thing is, the the Thunder have all these picks. They have like 19 picks in the next few rounds. And I saw someone say, they're like, this is what the Thunder have been waiting for.
Yeah.
But it's like, let's say the Thunder get like the second or third pick, and they're like, we'll give you 4 first-round picks over the next few years.
I don't think
on
a team
top of
takes
the
it.
second pick.
If I was,
I
the
don't
number
think
one
I'm
team,
taking it either, unless
I'm
it's the
not taking
second.
it.
I'll maybe consider it because Scoot Henderson's really going to be nice, but I don't think I would. I don't think I would do it either.
No, because none of those picks are going to be potentially as close as to what this guy's supposed to be.
On top of the fact that even if you have all those picks, there's almost no way you're able to play all of them.
No.
So you're gonna have to lose out on somebody if they even turn out to be as good as Victor, which they most likely won't.
I mean, unless they throw like 4 first-round picks and
players.
and Shai Gilgeous.
Yes, that was it. Also, it was like built around Shea, the second pick, and then like 3 or 4.
And then I mean, then maybe. And
But
then
if I'm taking Scoot, I'm asking for Chet. I don't need Shy. If I'm taking Scoot, I'm taking Chet also. I want Chet and 4 first-round picks.
Do you want Chet though? With his his
I don't know if
injuries?
I mean, I'd Thunder.
Maybe
I
I'd
don't-
say Giddy. I would maybe say like Giddy and like.
I don't know if he's that.
Yeah, I don't
valuable,
know
though.
either.
No, I'm not. I'm saying if I'm getting Giddy though, I'm like, give me like Giddy, Shea, or Giddy and like Lou. Like I want like Giddy and another good young player, and then I want all that stuff.
So Giddy,
I
Lou,
probably
4
wouldn't make the
first-round
trade.
picks.
No, Giddy, another like one of their young core players.
Yeah, Lou Dort.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't hear you say.
Yeah,
Lou Dort.
Giddy, Lou, and 4 first-round picks. I don't think I'm
consider
taking.
it.
I don't think I'm
I would
taking
either.
it.
It's not worth it.
It's not, bro.
not worth
It's
it.
not.
And when I was trying to come up with when I was saying that, I completely forgot I was gonna say Thunder. That's why I like paused for
Yeah, yeah.
like
Yeah.
a complete brain fart. I
It's
was
just
like,
not worth it,
You
bro.
heard another-
Like this could.
PTSD, bro. Anxiety,
This
dude.
guy could be really like the next Giannis and way more skilled.
He's like a KD type level too, like bro. Like
yeah,
the
of
way
skill
he-
set. Yeah, the
it's-
way he
it's-
moves,
it's
he's just so fluid.
like he can shoot the ball like really well.
Facts.
It's crazy. Whoever gets him that fan base is gonna be lucky.
And the fan base might revolt if they trade that pick away.
Yeah,
Like,
I
like
don't think
say-
they would. I don't think they would.
Like imagine like we just saw the Pacers. If they end up trading everybody away, they've already projected 24 wins. If they end up with 13 wins and they decide to draft, like they have a worse year than what the Bobcats had back in 2012, and they skip on Victor.
Wait, how many didn't the Bobcats win like 7 games?
I don't know. I just picked a number. I
It
didn't
might have
know
been
it
like
off the top of
under
my head.
12. It might have been like under 12.
I think it was still double digit.
Was that when they picked who they picked when
MKG, Michael Kidd Gilchrist,
at the what second
2 spot.
second pick, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the Anthony Davis year.
They went
right?
7-59. It was a shortened
7
season.
and 50. Oh, 'cause it was a
2012
short-
was a shortened
right,
season.
Lockout, right?
Yeah, that was the
The
lockout
worst,
year.
I think, full season. Yeah, the worst full season is Sixers in 1973. They went 9-73.
Wow.
In 1973,
So what's
they
the
went
most modern?
9-73.
What's the most modern one for a full year?
Sixers in 2016, they went 10-72.
And that's the Joel year, or the Noel year.
Had to been.
It wasn't Joel. That was too far.
Could've
No,
been-
Joel. It could have been Joel.
Could have been.
It might have been.
Jahlil
It might have been
Okafor, too.
Okafor because
Oh,
that's when
yeah.
Porzingis came into the draft.
Who else was in Okafor?
No. That was the Ben Simmons year. Who did they get?
Oh yeah, it was Ben.
They got Ben. What do you mean? Who'd they get?
Oh,
No, Ben was out that year, right? The
no,
year.
yeah, they drafted Ben.
So they went 10
I-
and 72,
I
and then
brain
They
Five
drafted
because
Ben in
he's on-
2016.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
Facts.
So that was it.
yeah.
Ben Simmons, Brandon Ingram, Jaylen Brown, Dragan Bender, and Chris Dunn.
Trogan Bender.
Buddy
That was the
Hield.
Suns, right? Bender.
Yes.
Yeah.
Murray, Marquise Chris, Poeltl, and then Thon Maker went 10.
Wow. Damn.
All right, let's go to
We got the South.
the Southeast. So we got the
Southeast.
Hawks, 45.5.
Over.
Yeah, over definitely. I like them a lot this year.
I'm going to go under. Hornets, 35.5.
Under.
35 under.
Under. Heat, 48.5.
Over.
Over.
Over. Magic, 26.5.
Over.
Over.
Over. And then the Wizards, 35.5.
Under. I think they're screwed.
Under.
Under.
They suck.
Yeah. I think the Hawks are going to be like a 43-44 win team. Like, I think they'll be ahead of the Knicks. But I don't know. 46 games for them? I don't know.
It's close. I mean, hey,
Vegas is
obviously-
always so spot on.
No, they are.
It's
And
absolutely
I mean,
insane.
bro, health comes into play so much with the NBA. Like
Yeah.
guys miss, 15, 20 games a year.
The Heat?
Even not even just with injuries, just rest.
Yeah, that too
Rest
now.
players miss at least 6-7 games.
Yes, I mean it's gonna be tough, but
Thanks, Pop.
yeah,
The Spurs are going to be the team that get Wembanyama, and they're going to go from
Dude.
David Robinson. They're going to get Tim Duncan, and they're going to have their Kawhi Leonard little era that they had with LaMarcus
Yeah.
and him. And then they kind of sucked for a little bit, and then they're going to end up with Wembanyama, and they're going to restart the dynasty.
Dude.
That's going to be Pop's parting gift.
So-
Who else is still there even?
um,
No more DeJounte, no more Lonnie Walker.
oh, Derek White,
Keldon Johnson.
Keldon Johnson. That's crazy.
No, Derek
I
White's on the
cannot-
Celtics.
No, that's what I'm saying. No more Derek
Oh,
White.
yeah.
Bro, I could not name their starting five. If you paid me $1 million.
Yeah,
They
no,
got
I can't
Keldon.
either.
They have Pirtle.
Don't look at me.
I called him
I'm not
Poeltl.
getting any of it,
Pirtle.
bro.
Okay.
Jakob Pertl. Okay.
I have no idea. Devin Vassell.
Yeah.
Vassell,
Was he number 8?
from Florida State? I don't know who else they drafted. I don't know who they drafted this year. I wasn't that locked into those. Like,
That's fucking terrible.
yeah.
That's insane.
That the Spurs are that irrelevant. They haven't been this irrelevant since.
Oh, but they're going for the tank. They're going for Wembanyama. Them, the Jazz.
Pacers.
I think the Pacers should go for it at least.
Well, the Pacers need to dump Buddy Hield and Miles Turner,
Exactly.
and then they're
yeah,
all
I think
in.
they just wait until the last minute to get the best deal possible.
Yeah.
The Hornets,
might
bro,
end
the
up
Hornets
biting
are
them in
gonna
the
be
ass.
bad this year.
Oh yeah, the
Wow.
Hornets are gonna suck too.
The Wizards, if they're smart, they should tank this year also.
They won't, and Bradley Beal will probably keep them pretty competitive.
They'll probably win like 32 games.
So I'm looking at the team right now. The most notable name, not notable, but the names that are jumping out to me. You said Keldon Johnson, Trey Jones, Doug McDermott, Gorgie Jang,
Ducky D.
Zach Collins,
Who'd they? Zach Collins? He could maybe be okay in a pop system.
Josh Richardson.
Who'd they draft this year?
Bro, they might not win 20 fucking games.
Dude, it's insane.
I don't think so. Let me see.
They
We're gonna
might-
talk about this next. They have the lowest over under the league. It's 22 and a half.
Derek
They might
Derek
have
Barlow?
the worst season in Spurs
Dominic
history.
Barlow, sorry.
They might have the lowest win total in
Well,
Spurs history.
that was probably the year that they got Duncan.
No, because they still have Robinson that year.
Yeah,
No, but he was out. That's why they ended up. They
Oh,
had
right.
Robinson. He missed the whole season. That's why they were the worst team in
Able
the
to
league.
get
Got the first
Duncan.
pick and were able to
Right.
get Duncan.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let's see, because oh my God,
What
they
they got?
went.
Well, they were also an expansion team in the 70s, so
Uh-huh.
how many wins did they have their first year there?
Oh, this is dude.
I don't even count that shit back then.
Still-
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm just saying, like,
Their worst season was 96-97. That's probably it. They got Duncan after they went 20
Yeah, it was.
and 62.
yeah, they drafted him in
20. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they win 20 games this year or less.
And then the only other time they were like, well, they've been in the 20s 3 times. In 88, 89, they went 21 and 61. 86, 87, they went 28 and 58. Every other year has been above 30. And I mean, they had like that 20-year run where they were like over 50 wins.
Yeah, it's crazy. We've been a part of like 2 real dynasties that are just like completely depleting with the Spurs and then the Patriots and the NFL.
Yeah,
It just
yeah, that's crazy.
everything comes to an end.
Comes to an end, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So you wanna do our all-time draft?
Let's do it. Let's
Wanna
get into
randomize it?
Yeah. Do list randomizer.
So we'll do a snake, obviously.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So the third pick gets the first pick of the next round.
So we're gonna do starting 5, a 6-man. So does our 6-man have to be a 6-man?
No, just
Or
the
it
next
could be
best player
anyone.
that you want.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it doesn't have to be a 6-man.
Okay, and then we're gonna do a head coach.
Yeah. Head coach goes last. Pick your 6
Oh yeah,
players
yeah.
and then head coach
and
last.
then we'll go coaches. Yeah, because that'll be cool. Because once we see our roster, then we can kind of pick a coach that we think fits that mold. I guess the best.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, obviously, most
'Cause it's
coaches
just-
are going to be able to do anything you want with these guys. But hey, a guy like
Some
Phil,
strategy can go into it.
if I have Michael Jordan, I probably want Phil Jackson.
Right,
We saw
yeah.
how that worked,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, Zach, Sam, me.
So I got the first pick.
You got the first pick?
Fuck, I didn't want the first pick. I wanted 3. I wanted the snake. Well, no, I get 2 on the way back. So that's not
Right,
bad.
yeah. So I'm in the worst spot.
Sam's gonna get
technically.
his guy at 2 though.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so with the first pick of the all-time draft, Give me Michael Jordan. Why not?
Yeah, taking LeBron.
I knew that was coming. What do I want to do at 3? 3 is like, there's so many ways I can go, but I get to go back to back, which is cool. You know what? I'm gonna go Lakers. I'm gonna go Kareem at 3, and then I'm gonna go into Magic Johnson at 4.
Wow.
Nice. I'll follow you up with the Lakers. I'm taking Kobe.
So you got LeBron and Kobe.
Yeah.
So my back-to-back right now. So I got Michael Jordan at the 2. Wow, this team's about to be crazy. Give me Steph Curry at the point, and let me get Shaq at center. Yo, come on. Wow.
All right. You guys both got your bigs. I guess I gotta take mine. I'm taking Hakeem.
Solid pick.
Okay. I am gonna go with my back-to-back. I'm gonna go Larry Bird.
Dude, I hate this middle pick.
I'm gonna play
I
him.
hate it.
I'm gonna play him at the small forward, and then I'm gonna put Duncan at power forward.
So you took Duncan and Bird. So
Here's Duncan, Bird, Kareem, and Magic.
Duncan, Bird, Kareem, Magic. Bunch of slow motherfuckers.
Yeah. You have the tallest team though.
That is true.
Yeah, you do got a pretty tall fucking team. I guess just for the continuity of my team, the way that's built, I'm gonna go KD. Just spread the floor a little bit, get some shooting.
I like that. I like that. So I'm going to go with arguably the most dominant player in the NBA. Give me Giannis at the 4. And then to round out my lineup at the 3.
I already know it.
I know what he's doing.
Yeah, me too.
Do you guys really?
I think. I'll let you know if I was wrong.
Yeah.
Damn, now I'm nervous. Now I'm thinking I'm missing someone that I shouldn't be picking.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think you can make the case for him, but you could also be like, no.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Wonder if we're thinking. I wonder if
I
we're
think we're thinking the same thing.
So I got Steph at the 1. I got Michael Jordan at the 2. I got Giannis at the 4. And I got Shaq at the 5.
You need a 3.
So at the 3, I'm contemplating between 2 guys right now. And I'm going to go with Tracy McGrady.
Not at all who
I was thinking KD.
He already
I already
took
took
KD.
KD.
Oh, bro, you don't think I would have fucking took Kevin Durant with that team? Bro,
I was thinking
your last pick.
I was thinking Scotty. That's who I thought you were gonna take.
I was thinking him. I was thinking it was Scotty, Kawhi, or T-Mac. But I'm just like, I got 4 defenders, bro. I got 3. I got Michael Jordan, I got Giannis, and I got Shaq. I need a bucket. And Tracy McGrady.
I need a bucket. Has Michael Jordan.
No, but I'm
and
saying
Steph.
like on the wing, to match up
Yeah.
with a guy
Yeah.
like Kevin Durant, and you
Yeah.
know you have Larry Bird, you have Kevin Durant,
Right. No,
I
agree.
got my
I need-
last pick though.
huh?
I got my last pick.
Yeah, I still need to get mine. I'm trying to think.
So you got your last pick, and you have your last pick.
Yeah. So
Is it mine? Is it your
it's
turn?
mine because he was first and then I go second.
Okay.
Oh well, who has a back to back? You have a back.
But we're done. That was
the
the
back
last
to backs are
one.
done.
You just rounded
You
out
just did your
team.
back to back, didn't you?
Okay. Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So now it's you, and then
So
it's
now
me.
it's me, and then it goes to him.
Oh, okay. And then we.
Do I get to go into coach then? Or are we
No,
rolling?
you go
No,
into
you
your
go
six
into
man.
man. So you could go back to back into your 6-man.
Yeah. So, I think I'm gonna run LeBron at my point, and I think I also need some wing defense. So I'll take Scotty.
Okay.
Okay. So, I could be wrong because he could already be taken because I was honestly just thinking about who I was gonna take. I'm gonna go D Wade.
Okay.
Still on the table. And then for my 6th man, I'm gonna go Allen Iverson.
Okay.
Give myself, I got a lot of size on my team. I need some buckets.
I like
Need some
that.
crafty guys.
So and we're talking absolute primes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best possible version of them.
Ooh, this is tough.
Yeah.
But that might. Who's up? Me or you?
Me.
Oh shit.
I'm up, and I wanna.
Fuck. You're gonna do it. I know you are.
I'm trying to think. So this. So I don't know if I want to take a big because I'm already kind of small. Because my next biggest player outside of Hakeem, I guess, is KD or LeBron. But I can't justify taking like David Robinson or KG or something like that. So I think I'll just stick with top wings. I guess I'll take Melo as my sixth man. Get some scoring off the bench.
I didn't
Okay.
want him. That's beautiful. Wow. So I'm stuck between two guys right now for my six man. And to fit this team, wow, fuck. This hurts. Because, like, the one.
What is your team right now?
So I got Steph, Michael Jordan, T-Mac, Giannis, and Shaq.
I think I know who you're going.
I think I know what you should.
I mean,
I don't know who you should go with. I know what type of player you should probably go for. I think.
I mean, he mentioned him before. I think he's going back to him.
No.
No,
Kawhi?
No, you're not going Kawhi.
No, I don't need Kawhi. I need a guy that could light it up.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, you need a shooter.
So I'm thinking, but I also need a guy to space the floor if we go. Yeah, I'm going Dirk. I'm going Dirk
interesting.
with my six man. It was between him and Harden,
Oh,
but I was like,
I think
your
Dirk's
team's
better than
kind of
Harden.
small already.
yeah, and like I have Giannis and Shaq, so if I want to run a stretch four, I could
got
throw
him.
him, or I could run Giannis at the 5, run Dirk at the 4. So I'm gonna go Dirk with my six man.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
And then do I get to pick?
No, he's still on his back to back, so now he's going
This
coach.
whole thing. It's because we're sitting out of order. It's
Yeah.
So I'm going with my coach.
Yeah, you get your coach, I get mine, and then
Give me Philly J. I got Michael Jordan. Give me Phil Jackson. Why not?
Oh my gosh.
I smoked y'all. I'm sorry.
Nah,
think
I
did.
smoked you. I'm taking Pop.
Fuck Pop.
If any coach knows how to stop a unit like that, it's gonna be Pop.
I don't know. This is impossible.
I'm taking Pat Riley.
All right.
And that's what we were saying before. Those are the 3 coaches anybody's
Yeah.
taking. Those are the only options.
Yeah. No. Seriously. Yeah. And then fourth would be. I don't know.
Larry
I mean,
Brown,
I mean, then you got
Spo, Carlisle,
Steve Kerr,
George Karl, Steve Kerr,
Don. Who would you say? Don Nelson or Sloan, Jerry Sloan.
Jerry Sloan, right?
Yeah, there's a bunch of guys. But all right, so so we'll read off our team. So you read off your teams. So your all-time draft. You read off your 1 through 5 six man, then your coach, and then we'll kind of debate on who's winning.
Okay. So at my 1, I got LeBron. At my 2, Kobe. At my 3, Scotty. At my 4, KD. And then Hakeem at my 5. Melo off the bench and Pop coaching them all.
Okay.
I got Magic at point, D Wade at the 2, Bird at the 3, Duncan at the 4, then I got Kareem at center. 6-man AI, Coach Pat Riley.
All right. I got Steph Curry at the 1, Michael Jordan at the 2, T-Mac at the 3, Giannis at the 4, Shaq at the 5, and Dirk as my 6-man, and my head coach, Phil Jackson. I don't know. I don't know if you guys could match up.
I don't
don't
if
know.
you guys can match up with
You
me.
can make a case that I got the best point guard of all time, the best power forward of all time, the best center of all time. And I don't know where Bird ranks. And I mean, he's a top 10 player. We all got top 10 players everywhere.
I think for me, I think I have the best balance of scoring and defense. I have arguably
Read off your team again.
LeBron,
LeBron, okay.
Kobe,
Okay.
Scotty,
Okay.
KD, Hakeem.
I mean, okay, if you're talking
Who's your 6-man?
Melo.
Melo. That's what
No,
I'm
see,
saying.
that's where
There's
it's all.
no, not even. There's not enough. I
I just felt like I needed scoring off the bench.
I feel like you don't have enough basketball to go around, though. Bro, you got LeBron, who needs the ball. Kobe needs the ball. Kevin Durant is your only guy that... Kevin and Scotty are the only two that really don't need it. Hakeem needs the ball. Carmelo needs the ball. If you put all those guys together, obviously we're projecting. That is not working. That is never going to work on any level.
I disagree. I think if anything,
Well, it depends on what level.
I mean, it depends on what level, obviously, but in my eyes, LeBron is a natural passer. He knows that he's going to be able to go.
Well, he's
drive
like
the lane and
Magic.
get
He's
his.
up there with like the
Exactly.
great passers and just playmakers. Of
Exactly. So that's my point. So when he says, "Oh, LeBron needs the ball," he really doesn't. He can facilitate the offense however he wants.
But that's what I'm saying. He needs the ball. And Kobe is not playing. Kobe's not going to play off the ball. And neither...
Kobe wasn't bringing the ball up his entire career.
Yeah, but he needs it.
He
In the half-court set. So what, LeBron's just going to bring it up and here you go? And then catch and shoot?
yeah. What did he do when he was on the Olympic team?
LeBron?
When they played in 2012, you're going to tell me Kobe?
Well, which LeBron did you draft?
2012 LeBron. That's the best LeBron, is it not? That's the best.
I don't know.
I
I
think
think
Cleveland.
second time around Cleveland.
Yeah,
I think
2015,
the best
2016
LeBron.
Cleveland.
No, I think 2012.
He was the most well-rounded in 2015. He was becoming a better shooter in Miami, but that was his most athletic.
So my point as to taking the 2012, 2013 LeBron is because of the team that's around him, I don't need him to be a shooter. I need him to be a fantastic on-ball defender, which is his prime in 2012, 2013. I need him to be a top-level passer, which he is in any level of his career. And he doesn't need to be able to shoot. If he could just drive the lane with having, assuming you go small ball and you put Melo, Kobe, KD on the outside of the wings, even Scotty, nobody's stopping LeBron one-on-one going to the hoop.
No, that's fair, but I just feel like you just have too many. I think you have like too many guys that just like I just can't see Carmelo, Kevin Durant, Kobe, and LeBron playing together successfully against. Okay, sure, you could say they did in the Olympics, but they're playing fucking Pau Gasol and Rudy Fernandez. Now you got to match up with Steph, Michael Jordan, T-Mac, Giannis.
Michael Jordan, Kobe's a wash.
It's not a wash though.
Steph's not guarding.
Michael Jordan
LeBron.
clears Kobe. Michael Jordan clears Kobe.
All right, he beats Kobe, but my point is, all right, Jordan puts up 30, Kobe puts up 26. That 4 points is really a clear.
I
I wouldn't call it a clear.
I think Jordan does a better job defending Kobe than Kobe does defending Jordan. And I think Jordan, clearly Jordan's a better winner. I think Jordan Jordan is head and shoulders better than Kobe Bryant. He is. Kobe's an all-time great. I think Kobe's the third best player of all time, but I think Jordan
All right,
clears
so
him
go
easily.
match up running down the list. Point guard.
Steph, you're going to have LeBron fucking running around chasing Steph all day. Good luck.
In 2012, no shot he's going to have a problem with that. And then on the offensive end, you're telling me Steph at any point is going to be able to stop LeBron? No chance.
I don't need
All right,
to.
but y'all are ignoring the fact that as a point guard, Magic clears both.
Magic played in the 80s.
Oh, you
He's late.
You can't say that dudes like Magic and Bird. Like you can't say that.
All right, who's your three?
T-Mac.
Hey, you don't think Scotty's shutting him down?
No, hell no.
my
Larry Bird clears both.
No, he does not. T-Mac.
Well, I agree with
Larry Bird clears.
Stop.
It's
Larry
not
Bird
even
clears
close.
T-Mac.
Larry Bird can guard.
Larry
T-Mac.
Bird,
Come
yes.
on, guys. We're talking about Larry Bird guarding Tracy McGrady. Sure, if you want to
But
talk
that's
about
the same
all
argument I
time,
just said about LeBron. You're like, oh, well, it doesn't really matter because what Steph's going to do on the offensive end. What do you
no,
mean?
but I'm saying you're like the only reason I like Steph is because Steph we've seen can clearly play off the ball, and I have an elite perimeter defender in Giannis, and I have an elite rim protector in Shaq.
I have an elite rim protector in Hakeem.
Everyone
Sure.
has. We all have elite everything.
No, of
It's
course.
like-
But I just don't see.
the argument is it's never gonna go anywhere.
No, it's never going to go anywhere. But I just don't. I feel like I just feel like this type of draft, you got to kind of put pieces together. I just think your team is was best available. I just don't know how well they would mesh. Like I tried to like draft guys at like pieces, you know what I'm saying? Where like, okay, I think Steph could play off of Mike because if Mike is in the high post, now you have to stay home on Steph, and now that creates driving lanes for a guy like Giannis or Shaq ducking in, and Trace McGrady can play off the ball because he could play catch and shoot.
All right, so you can say the same exact thing for my team. If Kobe's sitting in the high,
LeBron
even the high
can't
or
play
the low,
off the ball.
he of course can play off the ball because we've seen him play off the ball when D Wade was carrying the load whenever he needed
D-Wade
to.
never carried the load with
Whenever
LeBron.
all right, not
When-
for an
what-
entire season, game by game.
D-Wade welcomed LeBron in with open arms and said, "Here, it's your team now."
And what
I'm
about
going to play second fiddle to you.
what
LeBron
about
has
with
never
Kyrie
really
when
needed
Kyrie
to
needed
play.
to go to work? You're gonna tell me LeBron was, of course, okay.
But he wasn't really playing off the ball. He was kind of
It was
like,
end of
"All right,
the
you
shot
cook.
clock.
You cook.
Cook
Like,
up.
You go cook. Like you go
Cook
iso
up
do
end
your
of the
thing.
shot clock. Like, here you go. But it's like when the game really like for the majority of the game, other than the last couple fucking, yes, Kyrie is a fantastic ISO player, but I'm talking about playing off the ball as in like LeBron's not spotting up and catching and shooting and
Like
being
how Klay
efficient.
I'm not.
So you
I'm
mean
not
like how
setting
Klay
him up
Thompson
that way.
plays off the ball?
That's how I'm setting up KD and Scotty. You're telling me that you're just gonna you can let Curry sit off the ball and spot up and be a shooter, but KD can't.
But Curry,
It's the same exact
Curry
setup.
and Klay, they are two of the best players off the ball because they're always constantly moving. It's like how Westbrook, like he had this struggle when he was no longer that guy, and on the Lakers, he don't move off the ball. So it's like that's why Russ is like was never able to really mesh into this next role like Melo kind of finally accepted. Because it's like if you watch like Steph whenever he doesn't have the ball, or you watch Klay whenever they don't have the ball, they're just running no one wants to guard them because they're just running around the court. It's like what JJ Redick would do, like all those shooters. That's what Duncan Robinson was supposed to be getting paid to do. Like Tyler Herro, it's like that type of off the ball where they're just running.
and
LeBron's never done that. I do think in his prime, if he wanted to do some type of that, he could. But
not Miami. If you're
not
taking
like a pure
2012,
shooter
not
like that.
Miami. He wasn't shoot. He shot better in Cleveland, and he's shooting even obviously the best he's ever shot now with the Lakers.
Exactly, but I'm not saying I need LeBron to be the shooter.
But I just don't see LeBron's role on that team.
A facilitator.
his role would be like the Magic of that.
That's
team.
exactly
Like,
what I'm talking about.
he would
He's
just
there
have
to
to be the
facilitate
point
the
guard.
entire offense, run high pick and roll with Hakeem, throw it down low to Kobe at the low block, and let him go to work whenever you need to. Play an off-ball screen and get Kevin Durant open at the top of the key, and then play pick and pop. That's all you need to do. LeBron is. I'm sure if that's that team, LeBron's having no problem taking a step back, scoring 17 points, but also having 15 assists with that team around him.
I still agree to the point where I think that as much as I love Kobe, I think his play style is difficult to mesh with everyone because he is such an ISO guy. So I think that it takes a specific player to really.
But my
thrive
point
with
is,
him.
he's the only guy on that team outside of Melo who's coming off the bench that is an ISO guy. Scotty always played off the ball. KD we know can play off the ball.
true.
LeBron, I just told
Who's
you,
your center? Hakeem.
Hakeem's an
Hakeem.
ISO guy.
all right, Hakeem's an ISO guy, but I don't need him to score. I need him to stay down low, play defense, and run high pick and roll with LeBron. That's
Would
all
you
I would.
consider Kevin Durant really an off the ball guy?
The only thing is, we've seen him do it in Golden State.
He can do it.
So that's my point. I know he can do it.
Okay. All right. I mean, yes and no, because I feel like in Golden State he handled the ball a lot, and then Steph and Klay played off of him. I've never seen Kevin Durant really play off the ball. Even in this situation, in Brooklyn now, he played majority. He's on the ball, and then Kyrie, it's kind of like that second fiddle. Like, all right, you go get one, like how LeBron treated him. But I don't want to forget about your team. So you have Magic, Dwayne Wade, Larry Bird, Tim Duncan, and Kareem.
And a old school ball.
Okay.
I think my logic for this is Magic and Bird, obviously they never played together outside of the Dream Team, but I think that they would just have great chemistry together. D-Wade's just kind of their underrated defender, D-Wade, and I think he's kind of that guy that if I just really want a bucket, I'm going to D-Wade. Duncan and Kareem, just two guys like I feel like, especially Duncan at least, I feel like Duncan can kind of do whatever you really need him to do at a high level. Him and Kareem could obviously both block shots, do things like that. But it's like Duncan and Kareem. Like Kareem's got the sky hook. Like to me, this team, as much as Magic can push them in transition, I think it's more of like a slow it down, slow the game down. Outside of probably Bird, who I don't think he was really even a bad defender. I mean, with a guy like T-Mac, I see your point. But I think, and then AI, I have him as the traditional. He's like the sixth man of these days. You got a Jordan Clarkson, Lou Williams, Jamal Crawford.
Yeah,
he
Spark.
strictly comes in just to get buckets. That's all his job is on the team.
All right. So my thing with your team, at least for matching up, and then obviously you can give your case. If you want to say, can Magic really guard Steph Curry? In all honesty, do we really?
No, but then neither of them can guard each other.
Okay, fair. But Steph Curry, I believe Steph Curry could guard Magic better than he can guard him because you can just sag off because of Magic.
Magic 6'9"?
Magic can't shoot.
Yeah, but I just don't see
But
how Steph
but
stays
think
in front
about
of
it.
him.
But with your matchup, I'm putting Steph on Dwayne Wade. That's more of an even matchup. I'm gonna go.
But Steph can't guard D Wade.
So you can guard him better than he guards Magic.
Yeah, sure, and
You
they
can't
match
guard
up better.
D Wade either way. You can't guard either way.
Okay, but I don't think anyone on your team can match up with anyone on my team. I think my team matches up better. Okay, if you go mano y mano, say just 1 through 5, can Magic really guard Steph? Who wins that matchup? I mean, personally, I think Steph is the best point guard of all time. Obviously, that's preference. But I don't think Magic can do anything with Steph defensively. Dwayne Wade and Michael Jordan. Dwayne Wade cannot do anything with Michael Jordan. Larry Bird and T-Mac, sure, Larry Bird is an all-time great, but if we're talking real-time hoops and Tracy McGrady playing in the 2000s, Larry Bird cannot keep up with Tracy McGrady. Tracy McGrady is too fast, too strong, too athletic.
Too much
I'm
Larry
sorry.
Bird slander there.
No,
Too much Larry Bird slander there.
No,
Larry
it's-
Bird, one of the best shooters of all time. He's a
For
top
the-
10 player of all
All right,
time.
yeah, but he's talking defense-wise.
I'm talking.
Yeah, but you could say that with anything.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
No, because Scottie
How is
Pippen.
T-Mac guarding Larry Bird? Bro, people look up videos of people who played against him talking about Larry Bird.
Yeah, but we're talking about the 80s.
Yeah, but
that's like the argument of people saying Kevin Durant would not kill Larry Bird. Kevin Durant would give Larry Bird 100.
But it's just that it
Kevin
ruins,
Durant is
it ruins
not-
the whole point of the conversation. We're just gonna say random players because they're better athletes. We're just better.
Tracy McGrady's a random player?
But you know what I'm saying. What if it's like you can't just bring the modern players and be like they have an automatic edge because they're just better with.
But I feel like they
proving
do,
anything
and that's
to
why I
do
didn't
it.
fucking draft anyone from the 80s. Because I feel like the times, the evolution of the
So
game
it's
has
like anyone
changed.
who's old is just irrelevant. In this
Not
conversation.
irrelevant, but it's just like if we're talking actual matchups and these guys matched up in their prime, I think Larry Bird would struggle heavily guarding Tracy McGrady. And then if we go down the list, can Tim Duncan really guard Giannis out on the perimeter? Can he?
Can Giannis shoot? No. Tim
Has,
Duncan's the greatest power forward of all time.
has Giannis needed to shoot to be successful?
Tim Duncan is the greatest power forward of all time.
Okay.
He retired like 2 years ago. You can't just negate him because Giannis
I'm not negating him, but I'm just asking you, do you think that would be a favorable matchup for Tim Duncan to have to guard Giannis on the perimeter?
No. But Giannis isn't touching Tim Duncan either.
Okay, outside opinion, who do you think could guard each other better? Who do you think would win that matchup if Giannis had to guard Duncan in the post or Duncan had to guard Giannis on the perimeter and we're playing 4 out, 1 in?
I think Duncan would have a harder time, but the only way Giannis is really scoring is getting to the bucket and having to deal with him and Kareem
What is he doing?
clogging that lane. I don't think he is doing much. I think I think at least for that matchup, you have to rely on Giannis just getting the ball and going out in transition. That's the best way for him to score. And if he's able to do that most of the time, then obviously you win that matchup. But in a half court set, I think Giannis is too strong for Tim on the defensive end. I think Giannis is gonna bully him defensively when Tim tries to do anything.
I just think he's
to
too
go
big,
to
too
work.
fast, too strong for him.
Yeah,
That's all I think. I think Tim is obviously more skilled, and Tim is obviously an all-time great. And he's, like you said, he's the greatest of all time. I just think matchup for matchup, I just think Giannis clears there. And then our centers, I think are it's super hard to choose one.
It negates. Shaq's too physical, but Kareem has a
Yeah,
sky
Kareem's
hook.
skilled, so like I wouldn't even go there with that one. So that was just my argument with that team. Obviously, all these fucking games would be fucking
of course.
the best
But
games
the thing
of all
is,
time.
it's impossible to tell because they
No, it
just
is.
played in different
My-
eras.
No,
It's
of course.
But
My
it's
biggest-
the same argument that everyone has. It's like when if you talk to an older person who like if you talk to like my dad, for example, like if we said like the T-Mac to like Bert, like they would just be like, you're out of your mind because what they watched was them just dominating there. But then it's like you watched T-Mac so much growing up and you're like, this guy was insane. It's just so hard. Like we haven't seen it with our own eyes, really. I mean, you see clips, but it's just different than when you watch it in real time.
I get that, but I just feel like it just comes down to just being like honest with yourself, and it's just the evolution of times, and it's like, hey, like these guys are bigger, faster, stronger, more skilled. They have better training programs. They have better recovery. They have more technology. They have everything. They have an advantage. That's the point of life. Like there's evolution. Things advance. Everything advances. Cars, technology, jobs, houses, streets, community, everything. And so do people. So that's just my argument.
But if we're doing like an all-time draft, when we're talking about these players, we have to talk about all of their accomplishments and careers as a whole for the most part of this draft. No.
Yes, but we're
Because
also
it's like if we want
mono.
to like go like that, it's like I could say Bird couldn't guard Zion,
No,
but it's like it would be insane to put Zion in the all-time draft because he's not an all-time great yet. He's played in the league for 3 years and he's missed basically 2. So
Yeah,
it's
no, I
like
hear that,
It's
but-
so like,
but
the way I approached this draft was more of like we're trying to get assemble the best team of legends. I wasn't thinking of it as much as like a head-to-head, if that makes sense.
I agree. So I was going to say this before. My biggest problem with your team, Raleigh, is you have next to no outside shooting. You really have no outside shooting.
It's an old school team. I mean, outside of Bird, because he's one of the greatest 3-point shooters ever, probably.
All right, so
but
outside of Bird, but
there's not. But it's like
there's no shooting
the
whatsoever.
team is just it's a different style of basketball.
But that's my point. I don't think you're able to keep up with either of our teams just because of that. 3's more than 2, bro. Like that's basically outside of
It
that.
is true, but it's like I just don't see how anyone's stopping guys like Duncan and Kareem.
I
But
mean,
I'm saying
I think
we have guys like Giannis, Shaq, Elijah Wan. I mean, your 4 obviously is Kevin
my for
Durant.
Kevin
so
Durant.
it's like,
So it's like, but that's my point. Now on the flip side argument, how he brought up Tim Duncan's not guarding Giannis on the perimeter. You said, oh, he'll just sag off and let him shoot or wait for him to clog the lane. Now, if you're going up against my team, there's no chance Tim Duncan's stopping KD. Because now he has to respect the shot. KD's first step is going to blow by Kevin Durant every time. And if Kareem has to step up, he obviously dishes off to Hakeem or somebody else cutting through the lane.
Fair enough.
yeah.
And I think just how Michael Jordan's a wash over D Wade. I think the same thing with Kobe. I think LeBron's too physical for Magic, and he's going to be able to guard him too well. And I think Melo AI is kind of a wash off the bench.
Yeah, I didn't even talk about like Dirk, but obviously Dirk helps stretch the floor with my team, and I mean we saw the Dirk and Tim Duncan battles, and they were pretty damn close. Obviously, I think Tim Duncan is an all-time great, but
So my thing with Dirk, I would have KD guarding him, and Dirk's biggest advantage was the fact that his fadeaway shot, his release is so high up on his head. I think KD's length is able to affect that shot more often than not.
No, these are fair arguments. I'm gonna be honest. I was not thinking head-to-head matchups like in a game. I was just thinking who could assemble the better team. Based on I think Magic's arguably the best point guard.
Right.
I think Bird is arguably the best small forward, at least top 2 or top 3. D Wade's the second or third best shooting guard. Well, third. Duncan's the best power forward, and I think you can make the case for Kareem. So that's where I was going when I drafted this team. I was like, let me get the best players at as many positions as I possibly can.
I mean, but I felt like I thought the same way also, but I also knew that I was going to have to go head-to-head against everybody, which is why...
I thought we were just saying which team we think is just flat out better, not how we would.
Well, yeah, that's
But
why
obviously
I
we're all
wanted
going to think our teams are better.
Yeah, I wanted to
I guess
debate.
we'll have everybody.
Yeah, no, we'll
vote
make
on
a clip. We'll put each roster and we'll say take a vote. Which team's better, and we'll do it anonymously. So we could make a clip and we'll just literally just put a list of our team.
Yeah, we'll
Of
do
each team.
point
Oh,
guard,
yeah. We'll
point
just
guard,
write it
shooting
down.
guard, small forward, power
Team-
forward,
like
center.
team
Team A,
B,
Team B, Team
Team
C.
C, yeah, and you guys decide.
Yeah.
team wins.
And we didn't even bring up how our coaches would work. For me,
I don't even think it matters.
I don't think it matters either. But I think
That's the thing though. I think Pop is still the best coach. You had Pop, right?
I had Pop.
I think
Yeah,
he's the best
I
coach
think
of all
Pop is the
time.
best coach of all time. I think strategically, especially defensive wise, how he's gonna have these kind of defenders on his team and LeBron, Kobe, Hakeem, and Scotty.
Yeah.
He's gonna be able to put together a scheme that's gonna
Yeah,
stop almost anybody.
The thing with the coach is like it's so situational. It's like if Steve Kerr went with the Knicks instead of going to Golden State,
What is he
we
considered?
would
one of the
not be
best of all
talking
time?
about him even close to any conversation of one of the best.
No,
coaches.
of course, and that's. What
But
I'm
he's a
saying.
great coach still. You know, it's like it's just like it's so situational. And coaches who gets a lot of these new coaches, they don't get to step into teams like the Warriors. They got to go to a team like the Magic or a team like the Knicks that's like just fired their coach because they suck.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to really get like guys like Spo and stuff like that have been put in like some guys get in those
Doc
good
is another one we didn't
situations.
bring up.
Yeah, you can't win.
I mean, he's the king of just blowing 3-1 leads.
yeah,
Well, I don't need a 3-win lead. I need one win.
yeah. Well,
True,
we'll let the people decide.
yeah, I think the coaches is just kind of like.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still great basketball minds, but
Oh, of course. Yeah. But no, that was cool.